Hey everyone! It's been a long time since I had a real Disney character trivia video, but thank you for being so patient. Before I start talking about one of my favorite characters, I want to correct an error that I made on one of my last character trivia videos. In Belle's video, I had said only 2 other couples had successfully gotten a yes in their on-screen proposals. I actually had this in my notes but somehow left it out. There was another couple that had a successful proposal, and that was Robin Hood and Maid Marian. Okay, so now on to Aladdin. Actually, let me do a quick costume change. What, too much? This is actually a sneak peek at my current progress for my Aladdin costume that I'll be using in my upcoming Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party trip, and I kind of figured that this would be appropriate and silly, but you're also gonna have to try to take me seriously for the duration of this video. Alright, time for some quick facts. Aladdin is the first prince to not be of royal descent, and for the longest time, he was the only Disney prince who needed to marry in order to gain his royalty. Then Eugene Fitzherbert came along. He's the only Disney prince to have the film title all to himself. Beauty and the Beast comes in second with a nice little sharing of the title, and The Princess and the Frog gets a nice little nod. The rest of the princes get no mention. Whenever Aladdin tells a lie as Prince Ali, the plume on his fez falls to cover his face. Before the song A Whole New World, they apparently had a song called The World at Your Feet. It wasn't until lyricist Tim Rice joined the project when it became A Whole New World. In the original folktale, Aladdin was Chinese, or at least he was a poor man from a Chinese city, with the main setting still being completely Islamic. Regardless, if Aladdin were to have remained Chinese, he would have been the first Disney prince that 6.25% of my blood could relate to. Also, the original story of Aladdin actually involved 2 genies, not just one. Now here's something many of you may know. Glenn Keane, lead designer of Aladdin, originally used MC Hammer as a model to help animate Aladdin's pants. His original inspiration for looks came from Michael J. Fox. However, they finally decided that pairing the scrawny Aladdin just didn't work well with the beautiful Princess Jasmine. Aladdin simply didn't appeal enough to women, so they beefed him up to resemble Tom Cruise. This fun change actually happened in the middle of production, so some scenes had already been animated, such as the musical number Friend Like Me. At this point, they tried to redraw Aladdin's scrawny body to be more hunk-like. However, some of the original frames had to be left as is, where all they changed was his face. Speaking of the song Friend Like Me, in the preview screenings for the film, nobody applauded after the conclusion of the song. Since the animators wanted an applause for this over-the-top number, they stuck the genie with an applause sign at the end. In the end, it actually worked, and it was kept for the final version. So the character of Aladdin was voiced by Scott Weinger, who we later got to know as Steve, DJ's boyfriend in Full House. Well, in Full House Season 6, the episode titled The House Meets the Mouse, the entire Tanner family ventures off to Walt Disney World. There, we got to see Steve dress up as various characters. But the best one absolutely had to be him, the voice of Aladdin, dressed up as Aladdin. By the way, at one point, Stephanie Tanner says, "Splash Mountain is that way." Now I know it's a television show, but the funny reality of the situation is that Splash Mountain is not that way. In fact, they kind of came in the direction of Splash Mountain. And that's my little rant on that. Moving on, Aladdin is the only traditionally animated film nominated for an MTV Movie Award for Best Picture. And although live action, another Disney film nominated was in 2009 with High School Musical 3, which lost to Twilight, and therefore was robbed. Ignore the fact that the other films nominated were The Dark Knight, Iron Man, and Slumdog Millionaire. Point is, High School Musical 3 was robbed. But really? Twilight? So when it comes to an icon that people relate to Aladdin and Jasmine, it's probably the genie's lamp. However, did you know that they weren't the first Disney couple to possess a magic lamp? If we travel back to the days of the Disney comic books, you'll actually find that Snow White had a magic lamp that she gives as a gift to the 7 dwarfs, who miss her very much. So what do they use their wish on? Well, their wish ends up bringing them Dumbo, making this one of the earliest animated film crossovers in Disney history. Also, Dumbo isn't silent in the comic and actually speaks. And there goes some fun facts that I could have used in a future Snow White and Dumbo character trivia videos. Speaking of crossovers actually related to Aladdin, Aladdin did have his own TV series in the mid-90s and got the chance to work together with Hercules when Jafar and Hades also joined forces. But I won't spoil the episode since I know many of you will be looking up that episode right now. But before you do, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr. And the question of the video is actually going to be a video response. I want to know, what's your favorite obscure Disney trivia fact that you know? Leave me a video response with that quick Disney trivia fact, introducing yourself first, of course, and I'll pick one and possibly feature that clip in the next Disney character trivia. And for those without video capabilities, leave me a comment down below on who you want to see next in Disney character trivia. Thanks everyone, see you all soon.